You should take your magazine out. I won't have any assholes on. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have the flannel gun guys again today, and today we've got matching Glock 20 SFs. As you can see, I've already kind of modified this grip by shaving off the finger grooves. Andrews has left his stock, but he did swap out the guide rod. First off, we'll be shooting some 180 grain Blazer 10mm. Then we'll switch to the 180 grain Sellier and Bellot. And then we've got a couple of hollow point ammos. We got the Sig V-Crown and also some Defender hollow points. And the Defender hollow points are made by Hornady, the XTPs.
So a few things to point out about this pistol before we shoot. It is a Glock 20 SF, which is a Gen 3. There is no SF in the Gen 4. The Gen 4 assumes the SF profile. However, when you order a Gen 4, you will get 3 mags. If you order a Gen 3 SF, you will only get 2 mags. That is one major difference. There's also no finger grooves on the Gen 4. We saved a little bit of money. We found them. We ended up getting 3 mags because we complained, but we got the Gen 3s.
Now on the website, they did show 3 mags. I received 2, talked to them, and they shipped 1 for each of us for free.
Absolutely. In reference to the guide rod that Darik mentioned, Glock comes with a plastic guide rod. It is durable, it will last, but it's also a big complaint. So I went ahead and I purchased a stainless steel guide rod. So we'll see between the 2 guns if that results in anything, any misfires, etc. But it should be pretty standard. The guide rod does have different pounds of resistance. 17 pounds is the OEM standard that the gun comes with. That's what I replaced it with. Some people, competition shooters, etc., they may go 20, 22 pound. I just stuck with the 17 pound. You will notice that we're wearing Sig Sauer hats. We are Sig Sauer guys. We are not Glock guys. This is our first venture into the Glock foray. The only reason we got these was pretty much it was an affordable 10mm weapon. Really, really good reviews on the 10mm
one of the best
categories for the Glock. The only other choices are a Smith & Wesson M&P. I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 9mm. Great gun, hate the trigger. I mean, the trigger's like god awful. The other is the, it is the Sig Sauer, remind me of the model.
P220.
Yeah, P220, which is a great pistol, but it's gonna run you about $1,500. We got both these for under $600 each. I think we were $569 total with 3 mags, which is a great value, and then I spent 20 bucks on the guide rod. Here we are.
Yeah, and I did see another 10mm was a Rock Island. Can't remember the model. Yeah, that one, it's not so bad either. I mean, it did pretty good in some other online reviews that I saw, but overall, this is our first Glock. I hope we're gonna be happy with it. We'll give you guys our honest opinion, so.
There's also a Springfield XD, which was simply not an option because we are not Springfield people.
Yeah, grip zone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys, stay around and we'll give you guys our honest opinion. All right, here we go. Glock 20 SF, 10mm, first shots.
That's quite the quite the boom.
Quite the boom.
So I'm aiming for the bottom corner.
Bottom right corner?
Yeah, bottom right corner. So I'm either anticipating some recoil here or I'm pulling. I'm trying to adjust that. First time shooting this weapon.
Yeah, and the trigger's not the funnest.
No, it's
I'll
not.
tell them that.
Part of the things I'm struggling with, full disclosure, it's a very thick gun. With a Sig, and a lot of other guns, they tend to be a little bit of taper, or you can, sort of know where that barrel is. Something I'm gonna have to get more comfortable with. I mean, with a Glock, you've just got a big block of metal here. So,
yeah,
it's just something I have to learn. Oh, that one hit the...
Yeah, you hit the steel wire in the back of the target, I guess.
Well, we did get a nice cluster. I mean, there's definitely a cluster. I shot everything in the same area. It just wasn't the area I wanted it to be. Again, first time shooting the gun. First time as a Glock owner. I've never had to adjust sights on a Sig. I've never had to adjust sights on a Smith & Wesson. I wouldn't think I'd have to adjust them on a Glock. We just have to shoot the gun more and get more comfortable with it to...
Do you want to just shoot mine with the modified grip a little bit, just 5 rounds, just to see if there's a difference for you?
Sure. I appear to be shooting this gun the exact same.
Where are you aiming?
Yeah, I'm aiming the same. I keep trying to aim for that bottom corner.
Ah, okay.
Everything is hitting about 3 inches up and over a bit. Well, at least it's not gun specific. Like I said, nice cluster, just about 3 inches over from where I want it to be.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a try with my custom grip here that I made. Also, by the way, here you go, you can have your pew-pew back. This is skateboard tape that I cut perfectly to match the grip. It's a little bit cheaper and more affordable that way, but it works the same. It feels good in my hand. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna aim for the top middle target, yeah, on the cardboard there. It went a little bit high, but it was centered more or less. There, I'm getting close. There we go. See, that was weird. It was hung back a little bit. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I call it really a failure to feed, but I did notice that immediately. Those aren't too bad. I think with the grip and all, it does feel a lot better in my hand because I don't like the finger grooves, and the sandpaper really helps you not slip on the grip. It is getting a little warm out here and I feel my hands getting sweaty. So if I didn't have that, I'm pretty sure this would be a lot more sloppy in my hand. I'm thinking, you know, a few more shots, but right now I'm not liking this little hump right now, and that's probably making, I mean, if you saw my first shot, it was higher, and I don't know if that's me being used to the Sig gun or if my palm is pushing that grip up more. And I've really got to focus of trying to get that muzzle back down and in line of the target and in the sights here. I mean, it shoots fine, and I think, you know, 10 millimeter, I don't really notice the extreme amount of recoil that you can't handle. But yeah, let's go ahead and give it some more shots. I think we'll just keep doing some Blazer brass and then switch over to Sellier and Bellot. All right, one thing we did notice is this primer strike is ridiculous. I don't know if you guys can get that focused up on there, but yeah, the firing pin is less of a like a nail shape or needle and more of a slotted or kind of like skinny screwdriver striker pin. So yeah, so the downside, if you guys remembered my Maxx Target video review that I did, there's already a tear in this leather strap, and that 10 millimeter sure gives enough, sends a lot of energy to the targets, and Andrew did just finish it off by hitting the target at the top here. But you know, the good thing about the leather strap is all I can do is just drill another hole the size of this and just move the target up, so no big deal, right?
I guess the question is if it breaks again, you know, you could probably just go buy that same material from a hardware store.
Yeah, or my plan is actually to get chains, I think. Okay, here we're going to be shooting the Sellier and Bellot ammo. As you notice, I'll put another picture up, but the bullet tapers a little bit steeper, a little bit narrower towards the head of the bullet than the Blazer brass. We'll probably won't notice any difference, but let's go ahead and shoot it and see what we think.
There we go, bottom corner. Anticipated recoil on that one, my fault. Trigger is not as fun. Okay, I still have more to go, but in my opinion, that was a lot more accurate than the Blazer. I've never had that issue with Blazer in the past on a 9 millimeter, but 10 millimeter is a totally different round. So far, I feel that I'm more accurate after only a few shots with the Sellier and Bellot.
Left middle target. Oh wow, I mean, that's pretty accurate for a shot. I did feel like it kicked more. I don't know why. Maybe I just wasn't prepared. We got a couple in the orange there. Let's go to the middle target. I don't know, that ammo's not too bad. One thing is, if you look at my finger, that trigger sucks. I hate the Glock trigger. I don't know why Glock makes their triggers like this. They're curved on the edges, and then you have this annoying trigger safety, which I hate on all guns. It's not just Glock, but when it just doesn't go back flush with the trigger, and so you always have that digging into your finger. That's one thing I hate about these types of triggers. I am looking into probably getting a flatter face trigger. I mean, it's hard to find one without the trigger safety, but at least it's flat and it won't be digging into my fingers much. I'll probably enjoy the gun a lot better once I make that mod too.
Speaking of the trigger, a lot of companies are doing that now. I have a Stoeger STR9 that has it. Smith & Wesson has it, and it sucks on that too. I think Springfield does it, and it's a Springfield, so it sucks on that too. You know, I think Sig is like the only company that doesn't have the trigger safety. And you know, yeah, safety is important, don't get me wrong, but it just sucks.
It's like, why do you need it if your purpose is to pull the trigger anyway? Obviously, I mean, is it so if you drop the gun in a certain angle that the weight of the trigger would not shoot the gun, and that's why you have that in there? Or, because that's the only reason I can see of putting it in there. Otherwise, no one's shooting or pulling the trigger on the side.
If you utilize proper gun safety, then
yeah,
that's pointless.
There's other safeties built into the gun, which you guys can look at the Glock website on about that. But yeah, I mean, that's horrible. But yeah, we're going to keep shooting it. I think next up we got some Sig ammo for hollow points and also some Defender ammunition hollow points. So let's go ahead and try those. All right, for this shot, we're going to be shooting a mixture of hollow points. The first is going to be the, I think it's 180 grain Sig Sauer V Crown, and the Defender ammunition 10 millimeter loaded with a Hornady XTP 155 grain hollow point. And we'll also be shooting at this target that I got from the gun range. Check them out, R&Z Targets, made right here in Indiana. But what's neat about this is that you can see from a distance where your shot is at. So if you don't know if you hit the middle or the outside from a distance, you can at least see that whatever you hit, that is going to swing independently of the rest of the target. So we're going to give it a shot with the hollow points, so we'll know if we're pretty accurate with it or not, versus trying to see it all on the cardboard, okay? Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the Sig Sauer V Crown hollow points for this one, okay? I got 5 rounds in here. It's expensive, so we're not going to be blowing through it, that's for sure. Okay.
Oh! Oh!
Dude, that was dead on bullseye. You see that?
Yes.
All right, there you have it, guys. My 5 shots. I guess it was a good 4 out of 5. I don't know where the other one went. I'm trying to see if I have any nicks or anything on the outside, but I hit one there, here, and here.
Is there any dent out of it?
No, 10 millimeters fine on this, I guess. I don't know if you guys know much about Defender ammunition, but they do make great ammunition at great prices. They used to have great shipping until Biden inflation, and now it's gone up, but overall you can at least find generally stuff in stock and ammo for a great price. So here is their version of the Hornady XTP bullet. By the way, you can check all of these hollow point gel tests on Lucky Gunner. They do have one that shows you the Hornady XTP, but we don't see any videos of Defender ammunition produced like this in gel box. So I might make a video later on that someday. Let's go ahead and give 5 rounds to Defender here and see how we do. I think they're both pretty accurate. I've got a couple shots on the middle there too as well. So, all right, we're gonna give Andrew a chance to shoot his hollow points, the same exact hollow points. We'll let him let you know which one he's going first with.
Hit the white, I believe. It's like New England clam chowder. Is that the red or the white?
Yeah, you're right. It does sling those shells up like 10 feet in the air.
There we go, center, baby. I love it when it hits the black, man. It's like a bug on a windshield on a desert highway. All right, that was 10 Defender, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a 12-inch target, so you know all rounds are around at 12. I mean, your body's got, you know, 10, 12 inches.
I will say that the gun is warming up. I shot it, but well, I'm on like mag number 4 or 5.
We're getting the feel for it, yeah.
Yeah, really getting the feel for it. One thing that do not over or underestimate this grip distance. This is a slim frame, so it's supposed to be different from the front to the back of the gun, because you know the regular Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 1 was even wider.
Just a normal Glock 20.
It's still wide. Why Glock does this? I guess they assume everybody has Andre the Giant hands. My hands are decently large. They're bigger than Darik's, you know. But even for me, it's still like I can't touch. You know, I can. It's not comfortable. That's a Glock thing. It is what it is. You know, it's not a deal breaker. But
I mean, it does have to be big enough to handle a 10mm round, right?
That's true.
But
and I will say, recoil, not a problem. You know, we heard all kinds of things from people about, oh, break your wrist, 44 Magnum, 357 revolver, you know, oh, that's a 10mm. Not at all.
I think in general it's easier than a 45, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth, and it can take down a polar bear.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I changed my grip like this. It does make it a little bit narrower once I shave down. I might do a little bit more shaving too, now that I have a bit more feel of this gun.
Yeah, you guys can't see it. We have a table over here with our other pistols on it, and I went and picked up the Sig P320 and 365, and I mean, it felt like a toy in my hand after shooting 5 magazines.
This is like a
on
machine
Glock
or
20.
something.
Exactly, yeah.
But okay, so that's our hollow point. All right, Defender.
Sig.
Now he's got Sigs.
5 Sigs.
Sig Sauer.
I like the Sig too. I felt it kicked a little more for me, just a slightly bit more. It wasn't bad. You know, I should have showed you. I don't have one here to show you, but the Sig ammo is definitely a cleaner. I mean, it's just machined better. It's
I'll
expensive.
put a photo up.
Yeah, it's a nice round. Well worth the money in my opinion. That was a smoother shot. I felt more power behind it too.
Rapid fire. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm not super accurate with it, but yeah, with the rapid fire, the gun does kind of get carried away from you if you're not careful.
Good gun, happy we bought it, great value. You know, you really can't beat the value when you come to 10mm. Are there things we don't like about it? Yes, there is. Are there things we love about it? Yes, there is. Not upset with it at all. It's a good gun made by Glock, and it's powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah, overall, my impressions aren't too bad. You know, if I were to rate this out of a 10-point scale, I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10, just because, you know, I didn't like the grip at first. I don't like the trigger at all. But overall, this does shoot pretty well. The recoil is very manageable. The gun is accurate once you get used to the sights. I mean, once you get warmed up to it and start to get to know a 10mm, I think in the end, it starts to shoot pretty good. I do notice the sights, I kind of have to put that front sight at the very bottom of the rear sight to kind of make sure I'm on target, because I'm thinking it's my palm that's pushing into this back strap up higher, pointing the muzzle up. But overall, I mean, it's not a bad gun. The magazine release is a little bit very aggressive and tactile and sharp. I mean, that could be a little bit improved. I do like the Sigs a lot better because they're the triangle one, and it's a lot easier to push. Andrew and I both have gotten used to the slide lock here, that we can finally push it down with our thumbs. Before we broke it in, we couldn't do that. It was super stiff. But once it gets broken in, that's a little bit easier now. All right, anything else that you want to say about the old Glock 10mm?
Yeah, we shot 4 types of ammo. We had 2 hollow points. We had a premium and a budget one. And we also had 2 types of FMJs. We had, you know, the Sellier and Bellot, and the Blazer. Put over 100 rounds through mine. One failure to feed. One isn't bad, but one is still one.
Yeah, I forgot we did have that.
Blazer ammunition. Blazer's also the one that I've struggled a bit with in terms of accuracy today. So may need to work on that ammunition a little bit, or maybe I just buy different ammunition going forward.
All right, so that does it for the Flannel Gun Guys today. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you like what you see, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, write in the comments what you think about us, what we can do to improve our videos. And if you don't like the video, what do? Go ahead and click that thumbs down button twice. We'll see you later.